Hey folks, we just got done riding Ducati's 2021 Multistrada V4 S. This is an all-new adventure touring rig from the folks at Ducati. Now, Ducati's had its Multistrada in its model lineup, I think, since 2003. And over the years, it's steadily refined the motorcycle, but not until now have we seen a motorcycle that is completely overhauled like this 2021 Multistrada V4 S. Let's start with the engine. The heart of it is a Panigale V4 based V4 engine. It's been punched out. It now displaces 1158 cc's, which is 55 cc's more than the Panigale V4. That added bore measurement allows this engine to produce power at a much lower rev range, lower RPMs. The Panigale V4 spins to upwards of 15,000 RPM. This thing spins to 10,500 RPM, and it's got a lot of power down low where you need it the most. But of course, because it's a Ducati, you know when you're going to rev this thing up, it's going to have a very exhilarating riding experience. The chassis on this, Ducati's adopted its monocoque style frame on this motorcycle. Now we know when they started doing that with the L-twin Panigale, they really biffed it. But when they finally figured it out on the Panigale V4, that frame technology transfers over very well to this motorcycle. It handles like a dream on the road. It's very sporty, almost S1000XR levels of sportiness. It's comfortable, it changes directions really well, and it's extremely nimble for a 530-pound motorcycle. Off-road, the larger 19-inch diameter wheel does a good job of rolling over obstacles. This thing is definitely more capable in the dirt than its predecessor. The ergonomics, you can tell that Ducati really baselined, BMW's R1250 GS. You can tell in just the ergonomics and the way you sit on it. It's very BMW-like in how the controls are right where you need them. The sweep on the handlebars is a little bit too rearward for my taste, but still I was surprised how functional it was off-road. The rider foot pegs could be bigger too. They're pretty teensy-weensy if you're really going to be spending time off-road. The center stand, the center stand certainly eases maintenance chores, and it really didn't get in our way on today's ride off-road. You're still going to have a little bit more limited ground clearance with that thing. Electronics, Ducati's really led the way in the electronics world for a long time. You have to remember the Ducati 1098 Superbike was the first motorcycle with traction control, and the electronics on this Multistrada V4 work very well. Adjustable engine power mode, semi-active suspension damping. The motorcycle is able to change the preload live on the fly with a push of a button. Adjustable ABS. But the biggest electronic rider aid that this motorcycle really brings to the table is that adaptive cruise control. It's a Bosch system, and it's just amazing. There's a radar sensor on the front of the motorcycle that actually can pace the vehicle in front of you. The vehicle in front of you goes faster, the motorcycle speeds up. If the vehicle in front of you slows down, the motorcycle slows down. And usually when Ducati unveils this new technology, the first model year, there's always some hiccups. But I was really impressed with how well dialed it is just right out of the box. So kudos to Ducati. The motorcycle is also equipped with a rear radar sensor, which gives it blind spot detection. So if a vehicle is in a traditional blind spot where you can't see, these yellow lights on the mirror illuminate and signify that something is behind you where you might not be able to see it. And that's a really great feature, especially for someone who's going to log serious miles on the street. Speaking of logging serious miles, it's kind of crazy to think, but this Multistrada is the first motorcycle Ducati's made that has a conventional valvetrain, no more desmodromic valve actuation system. And Ducati did that to really increase the maintenance intervals on the motorcycle. This thing can go 36,000 miles between valve inspections. That is significantly more than bikes like Honda's Africa Twin, the R1250 GS, which need valve inspections recommended around 12, 14, 16,000 miles, right around that area. So this motorcycle is really going to be able to go the haul. Ducati motorcycles always get a bad rap for needing lots of work, needing to spend lots of money on service, but between the extended valve inspection intervals and the 9,000 mile intervals between oil changes, this motorcycle is going to be a machine that you can just put gas in it and ride and not have to monkey with. Of course, Ducati offers a 2-year transferable warranty on all of its motorcycles. This motorcycle is built in Italy. It's not built in Thailand. It's not built in some chintzy factory. This is built in Italy, and Ducati is really spending a lot of time getting the fit and finish right on these motorcycles. There's still a little bit of fit and finish issues, like the windscreen, the way you move it up and down. While it's really easy to do without tools, you just do it with your hand. Just the plastic's a little bit chintzy and stuff like that could be improved on. But Ducati's definitely making strides in that department. If you're looking for just a very high performance adventure touring bike that's really going to get you an exhilarating ride when you're riding on the street and still has some capability off-road and has all the bells and whistles, the adaptive cruise control, the heated seat, the grips, all the cool things you want on a modern motorcycle, you're going to like this Multistrada V4 S. Ducati did a really good job with it. Well, folks, that's a wrap from the 2021 Ducati Multistrada V4 S press introduction. Make sure to hop online to motorcyclistonline.com where you can read the review. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you thought it was stupid, give it a thumbs down. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.